Alright, everybody. How's it going? How are we doing today? What is going on? Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. How are we doing? Can you guys hear me okay? Yeah, Dragon doesn't want to get... I think it's been reiterated. I saw the comments before this. It's been reiterated many times in the story. Getting rid of the Marines is not a good idea. It's been made clear that reform is the way to go for the Marines, right? If getting rid of the Marines was a good idea, then Oda wouldn't write good Marines into the story, right? There would be no Kobe, right? There would be no Fujitora. The idea has been reform, right? The path to the Marines is reform. So just want to get that out there. That being said, the Marines are in a bit of a sticky situation right now, aren't they? The Marines are, I think, out of all... Okay, we'll get into it bit by bit. But the Marines are definitely the faction, I think, in One Piece that is currently going through it the most. You know? That's what we're gonna be doing this stream. We're gonna be taking a look at the stocks of all major parties in the stream. Or in the One Piece world. Let me just move some shit around. Moving some shit around. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Yeah. Alright. There we go. Now I got a good setup going. Alright. So. Wait, fuck, what did I just fucking do? Oh, I got two of these. Okay. Alright, everybody. So, today, we're doing two things. Alright? First of all, this started strongest, so I'm down with it. Yeah, I think towards the beginning of the story, the Marines were kind of the strongest faction. I think for a long time, the Marines have been the strongest faction. Celestial Dragons excluded, because we didn't really know much about the Celestial Dragons, but I think the Marines have been number one for a while. Here's how today's stream is working. Alright? I'm just going to get right to it. We are getting into the stocks of various One Piece characters. Alright, let me pull this shit up. Hold on. Not characters, factions. Alright? So we're going to be going through all the factions. All the factions. How do I label this shit? And next Monday, we will be doing our prediction stream for the following chapter. How do I label this? Oh, okay, I see. One Piece faction... Wait. Faction stocks. Alright. So. If I just share for you all for a second here. Alright. So, what it's going to be looking like is a little bit like this. Alright. We're just going to break it down from the top. Straw Hat. Wait, I think large is too much. Straw Hat Pirates. Blackbeard Pirates. Marines. Red-haired pirates, Cross Guild, Celestial. Yeah, Celestial Dragons should be their own thing. Revolutionaries, Celestial Dragons, Kid, Law, Kid Pirate. No, let's say Kid, Law. Who else we got? What other factions do we have? I think these are the big ones, right? These are the big ones. I guess you could throw in fucking Mads? Let's throw in Mads. Why not? Let's throw in Mads. Am I missing any major factions here, right? Any major factions? I think not, right? Stocks. At the moment. Why can't I? Alright, whatever. Stocks at the moment, alright? Am I missing any major factions? Anyone want to tell me if I'm missing any major factions right now? Let me pop this shit out. Oh, also, before I forget, we're going to do this. Whoops. What did I do? How do I kind of want to set things up so... Where'd my whimsical go? Oh, okay, I fucked up. I see now. This goes over here. And then I got this over here. Okay. What we're going to be doing as well, thank you, Basim El Madawi. Just for fun, I'm going to set a goal. I'm going to set a goal for this stream. We're going to test it out. So, Basim El Madawi, thanks for the 5. Let me explain the goal first before we move any further, okay? I will be setting a goal for on stream. I mentioned this before. We can do it. On stream, shaving the mustache. Not the full beard, but the mustache. If I shave the mustache, I'll obviously shave the full beard afterwards. But that's messy and stuff. I'll just do that in private. So I might do a mustache shave. That's just if the people want it. Get back to the old days. Yeah, I think that's basically, yeah, we try and kind of, we try to slowly start winding down the homeless Morj arc from here on. So I'm going to set a little baby goal for that. Little baby goal, nothing crazy. And then if the people don't vibe with it, we don't do it. Yeah. Yeah, let's do this. Shave mustache live on stream. This is just a goal. You guys don't have to worry about it, but it's a goal. If you guys don't like the goal idea, we won't do the goal idea. I'm not going to do goals regularly. I think this is just one that doing goals feels weird. So I'm not going to do goals regularly, but the mustache one is just a fun one. That's for you all. I'll do that. If we don't hit it, that's okay. If we do hit it, then great. All right. Basim El Badawi, thanks for the 5. You know how Oda drew a good future and bad future for the Straw Hats? Maybe Buggy is like that, and following his dream will give him a glow up. You rock. Thank you very much, Basim. I appreciate it. Good future. Buggy, good future Buggy. I've seen some people argue that Buggy is like the son of Rocks or something like that. Have you guys heard that? Shave head Morj. Straw Chaco, thanks for the 5. Day 4 of Hunger Strike until Wano video. This is the longest I've ever gone without eating. My stomach is in constant pain, and I've lost 11 pounds. Hey, congrats! I'm helping with some weight loss, right? Or maybe you're already in healthy shape, so I'm just screwing you over, but, you know. Snap, thanks for being a Yonko tier member for 26 months. Hey, Morji, love the last car chat. Another update from Japan. For those of you who don't know, I do Morjcasts every week. They drop on Tuesdays, same time as videos. And last one was from a car. Those are car casts, but, you know, they add some nice ambient sound in the background. Another update from Japan. I'm trying to find a job, but very difficult, but I had a job interview today. Oh, congratulations. I've heard that it's hard to get work in Japan, unless it's like something like teaching or something like that. I don't know. Teaching English. Basim, I didn't follow up with the Buggy thing. I do wonder, I don't think it's possible in One Piece for characters to suddenly become, like, awaken and become super strong or something like that without, like, a lot of haki and training from the past. But with Buggy's case, maybe there is something there. I don't know. Do I have to manually do this? Do I have to manually update this? Because I don't think it's updating with the supers. I don't know how to update this. Maybe I can edit it. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. It's just a little test thing. All right. Behenort, thanks a lot. As the frontrunners for the final villain faction, Celestial Dragon stocks are at an all-time high, and we should think of them as just ugly and weak. The switch up from Oda is insane, and I love it. I agree. I feel like what Oda's done with the Celestial Dragons, particularly in the last, like, I'd say the Emu chapter is when it really started to turn around, right? When Emu was introduced, that's when it really started to turn around. Because then it was like, oh shit, could that be the final boss? And I think it was only once we're partway through Wano. I remember towards the end of Wano, people started to feel like, okay, Emu and the world government might really be the bad guys. Because before that, I think Blackbeard was kind of that dude. Okay, so I think Celestial Dragons stocks are way up, right? Stocks are way up. Way up. Oh, can I change just this? I don't know if I can change just this. No, it's going to change the whole thing. Okay, so I got to do a separate text box. Understood. Okay. Celestial Dragons. Stock. Okay. Way up. We'll do a heart. Yeah, we'll do a green like this. Way up. Plus. Okay, because Celestial Dragons right now the Celestial Dragons have Obviously Emu. They upgraded the Gorosei. Emu upgraded the Gorosei. They've got the God's Knights set up, and then they've got the Mother Flame, so they got York. Emu. Okay. Emu / God's Knights. Okay, hold on. Gorosei upgraded with Garling, right? Gorosei upgraded with Garling. Then on top of that, we had acquired Mother Flame plus York for more Mother Flames, right? So acquired Mother Flame plus York for more Mother Flames. Acquired Seraphim, acquired Pacifista Army. Plus, looks like Blockade is about to be lifted due to the Blackbeard Pirates, right? I think the Blackbeard Pirates are our next group whose stocks are way up. Does anyone want to debate that the Celestial Dragon stocks are like at a crazy good place right now, right? Celestial Dragon stocks are just amazing at the moment, as far as I can tell. Clearly in like very well positioned. Oh, this super chat goal thing is stupid. You have to do teal super chat goal. I'm ending the goal. The goal is stupid. I'm ending the goal. The goal is stupid. Okay, we'll just try and get to. I don't know how we do the goal. I don't know how we do the goal because you can't. It's like a specific amount of specific super chats. I feel like this is too. It's too. I don't know. I don't like the feeling of this. This feels weird. All right, but we can maybe. Okay. How about we'll do stream likes? How about we do stream likes? Stream likes are a more fun goal. Let's do stream likes, okay? But the stream like goal I'm going to set for this is going to be high, all right? To start, okay, the stream like goal that we're going to aim to hit is 300 likes. If we get to 300 likes, here, hold on. Let me set this. We're going to do this the old-fashioned way, all right? I like stream likes. If we get to 300 likes, I'll shave mustache live before end of stream. Live at end of stream. I think 300 should be doable. 300's pretty high, considering that this isn't like, this is a down week for One Piece, and it's fairly... we're in a down week for One Piece. I think it'll be hard to accrue that many viewers, etc. for this specifically, but let's see. We can maybe be flexible if we feel like we're getting close. Behenor, thanks a lot. As the front runners, no, we covered this. Akshara Abigail, thanks a lot. Akainu Soul is your favorite Yonko. My favorite Yonko is Buggy, so I think that is accurate. I'm just kidding. I think that Luffy versus Akainu, it's the age-old stamina question with Luffy, right? Because it's just like... It's just a stamina question. The thing is that Luffy because even with Gear 4th, he's got the time limit. So it's really only base Luffy that could just keep going on for hours and hours. It's funny because Luffy has such good stamina, but his power-ups have such brief stamina, right? Like, Luffy himself can fight he can fight all night long. It's just a stamina question. The other thing is that we don't know if Akainu improved or not yet. We really don't know if Akainu improved. Akainu's improvement is the big question right now, in my opinion. Because I think that if Akainu is only as strong as... I think that people have this warped perception of Akainu in the sense that, it's pretty black and white with him. Either he improved post-time skip and, unlocked Conqueror's Haki or something, in which case his ceiling could be really, really fucking high, or he didn't improve from the time skip, in which case he's just the same as Aokiji. Akainu and Aokiji are identical in strength, right? If you fight for 10 days before one character wins, then you're identical in strength, right? There's like a 0.1% difference, right? So either you're basically essentially if you have a ranking for Akainu, either you think he's unlocked Advanced Conqueror's Haki or something like that, and in which case he's probably top 5 or solidly in contention for top in the universe outside of maybe Emu, right? Either you think that, or you think he hasn't improved, in which case, wherever you rank Akainu, it can only be one spot above Aokiji. There's no room between Akainu and Aokiji in terms of strength, right? They're the same character, strength-wise. So those are the two options. You got to view them one way or the other. Which green looks better to you guys? You guys prefer this green or the previous green I had? Oh my god, the chill guy meme is the dumbest meme that I've ever seen. It's not the dumbest meme I've ever seen, but it's really up there. It's just like, it's not funny. It's just, I don't know. It's really not fun. I think it was funny maybe the first 2 times I saw it, and then I just realized, like, oh, this chill guy meme is basically like, you say some, I don't even know what to say. Like, it's just, there's no effort behind, like, you don't have to think of anything interesting for the joke, because the joke is just the chill guy, right? The chill guy is the joke. So it's basically just like, you post the chill guy image into anything, and it's like, haha, it's funny now. It's like, no, there's just no effort to it. 8 Gates Productions, thanks for the 2. Alabasta / East Blue analysis when? That's going to be sometime coming. Because let's get through Wano first. Although Alabasta and East Blue analysis are way easier than like a Wano analysis. Because the arcs are obviously shorter. And Oda was more simplistic with his themes earlier on in the story. Because earlier on in the story, he's establishing some basic ideas. Like, you go through fucking like Orange Town, and it's like, oh, the idea is that treasure can mean lots of different, like, it's establishing what the concept of treasure is, right? You go through Baratier, and it's like, ambition and conviction is the strongest weapon that you can, or like, conviction is the strongest weapon you can have, is the message of Baratier, right? Arlong Park, like, friendship, found family, stuff like that. Alabasta, the whole arc is really about the theme of friendship. Arlong Park, sorry, it's about more than just friendship, but like, found family, relying on others, like, I do what you can't do, etc. The themes are very simple for those arcs, though. Because it's establishing a groundwork from which to build on more complex themes as the story goes on. Ignorant Weed, thanks for being a Pirate King tier member for 14 months. At first, Oda had so many great ideas for Sunny, but now we hardly ever even step on it. Your thoughts? Ignorant Weed, you will love next Tuesday's video. Next Tuesday's video is actually a very interesting video because it actually directly ties to what you just mentioned. It's actually very closely tied to that. S3 Studios says, so the vast majority of memes? I guess, but like, for some reason the chill guy one rubs me the wrong way especially. Like, I feel like there's just not... Why does the chill guy one bother me especially? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why it bothers me especially, but I find the chill guy meme to be especially stupid. I don't know. Okay. Cobble D Snuts says Kuzan is a chill guy. God damn it, he is a chill guy though. Okay, I'm also gonna throw out a in the green, right? I would say Celestial Dragon stocks are like up like stocks are up plus 80%. Does that sound right? I don't know what's like reasonable in the stock market. I'm not really a stocks type of guy. I would also say the Blackbeard Pirates stocks are pretty good right now. Or not even pretty good. I think the Blackbeard Pirates stocks are amazing. Highest stock bump out of anybody. Because right now, they acquired Garp. They found out location of 2 ancient weapons. They stole Saturn's identity. And they are about to make a deal with Celestial Dragons in exchange for blockade, right? Something like that seems to be, I'd say plus 200% for the Blackbeard Pirates. Like, this is kind of insane. The Blackbeard Pirates growth has been, yeah, this is kind of insane. Okay, so I think those are 2 big winners right now. In my opinion, if we're to say Marines, right? Stocks are hard down. You want to... Marine stocks are bad right now. You probably want to sell Marine stocks, right? Okay. In the gutter, right? Right now, Marines have... They don't have Garp. Sengoku's retired. Kizaru is all conflicted and shit. Fujitora doesn't even like the Marines. Green Bull is the only loyal Marine, and he is loyal admiral, and he is ass. And they just got collectively fucked in a mega buster call by the Straw Hats, right? What is going well for the Marines right now? Nothing seems good. And random civilians are killing them for bounties left and right. And, yeah. Yeah, there's nothing really good going on for the Marines. Minus, it's not crazy bad. No, I mean, it's bad. Like, minus 100%, right? I don't really know how we do the stock math exactly, but I'm just going to say, would we all agree that the Marines are in the worst place situation right now, right? Like, they've clearly had the most struggles as of late. Mihawk D. Goat, thanks for being a Yonko tier member for 14 months. Shanks learning Divine Departure before meeting Mihawk definitely makes Mihawk and Shanks greater than Roger, not as ridiculous of a take. I just why Mihawk? I don't even understand. Like, I don't think Mihawk thinks that he's above, like, Whitebeard and Roger and shit. Like, what? I don't even understand. Like, I don't think there's ever been a moment in the story that Oda has tried to imply, like, Mihawk is above Roger. I think Shanks being above Roger, like, I think Shanks is probably the closest thing we have to Roger in terms of, like, hockey and fighting style today. But there's never been anything that suggests, like, Mihawk is the strongest pirate of all time. You know? Like, I still don't get this. Like, can we talk about this scene? Like, is this scene? No, I think it's 553. Right, so, what is this? This is merely conjecture, but the true distance between us and that man seems rather small, right? Mihawk's measuring the distance between him and Whitebeard, right? Because Whitebeard's been suggested to be the world's strongest man, right? So the idea is that Mihawk isn't that like wasn't this measuring scene implying that Mihawk doesn't view himself as strong as Whitebeard? Right? What what's the verdict on this scene? I know there's lots of, like, I don't know. Would you guys like the Viz translation? What do we want? I don't think Oda's ever implied that any pirate is above Roger. I think it's just like Emu, Joy Boy, maybe something like that, right? I get the Black Blade argument. But that's the only argument I can really see. But, like, Oda, no other characters really talk about Mihawk like that. Like, if it's always in the context of being the world's strongest swordsman, and not like history's strongest swordsman, today's strongest swordsman, it's just never suggested that Mihawk's in that conversation, right? Zoro Juro, thanks for the 5, and thanks for your first super effort. Mr. Morj, can you see Luffy dying at the end of the show like other One Piece legends like Gold Roger? Can I see Luffy dying at the end of the show like other One Piece legends like Gold Roger? I personally think that there is a solid possibility that Luffy does die in the end, but I know that's a controversial take. I just don't see that many routes for Luffy's story after One Piece ends. I think that the sea, like, I think the One Piece world will not necessarily be a giant ocean at the end of the day, even, you know? I think things will drastically change. I think the era of pirates will kind of end because the whole world will be remapped, and I think Luffy will have done what he needs to do. You know what I mean? Okay, Anuj Raghawa with a great point. At the end, you should categorize them all as one of buy, sell, or hold. Hot take, I think Kid is buy because unless he's dead, it's only up from here. I actually agree with that. So that's kind of why, like, I wanted to like, I think... So that's actually a great point. Great point. Because I think we can say, like, what's happened to their stocks right now And then whether or not you should buy, sell, hold, that's a great idea. Great idea. I think that makes a lot of sense. So at the moment, the Blackbeard Pirates have a high stock bump, and I think you should buy, right? Whoops, Revolutionaries is incorrect. Kid, for example, like you said, I think is going to be low, but like Marines is low, and I think you should continue to sell. I don't think the Marines are going to be getting better in the Final War, okay? I think they'll reform post-Final War, but I think for the rest of the Final War, it's not going to be good. Yeah, Daz and Gecko says, Mihawk sees from the beginning that Whitebeard is old and weakened. He can tell that the world's strongest man isn't really who he used to be. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, he might think that now he's as strong as Whitebeard, but I don't think, like, in his prime, Mihawk's above Roger and Whitebeard and them, right? It really doesn't seem like he's, like, he might be thinking that now they're on the same plane or something, you know? But I don't think he thinks in his prime. This is one thing that's confuses, like, how do I say this? I think in the Mihawk Shanks debate, like, there's always like arguments for either, etc. But I just view the Mihawk fans as more unreasonable because on the one hand, like, it's rare that you will hear Shanks fans argue that Shanks is like above Roger, you know? Like, I don't think that becomes a point of discussion or like above Prime Whitebeard. I think some Shanks fans believe that might be the case, like he might be stronger than Prime Roger, might be stronger than Prime Whitebeard, but you don't normally hear that. And the thing is that Shanks has like way more feats and way more hype from way more characters in the story, but even still, most Shanks fans are relatively tame with where they put him all time, right? I really don't think I hear that many saying he's above Prime Whitebeard, Prime Roger, because the story itself presents Prime Whitebeard and Prime Roger as like the creme de la crop of all pirates ever, I guess, along with Rocks, right? But with Mihawk, it's like, there's this sort of greed where it's like, Mihawk fans will argue that, like, okay, not only is Mihawk above Shanks, even though there's very little in the story, like, Mihawk has not done anything in the story, right? But the title, you could argue, puts him above Shanks, right? Definitely a strong argument for that, right? But then they'll go steps further and say that, like, based on nothing, Mihawk is above Roger and above Whitebeard and is therefore the strongest pirate in history. No one in the story has ever referred to Mihawk or like even suggested that Mihawk is the strongest pirate in history. It's just kind of insane. It's just like, for Mihawk fans, there's like no end to his reputation. And I've literally seen some Mihawk fans argue that like the strongest ranking all time is like Joy Boy and Ryuma like tied. And then that puts Mihawk like third or fourth after Emu. I've seen that stuff. Like, Joy Boy and Ryuma, they're like the two strongest characters in history. Maybe Emu's third. And then Mihawk's like also top 4 because he also has a black blade. And it's just like, this is just like insane. This is just getting insane. Because it's like, there's just no, like, I sincerely believe that some Mihawk fans believe that Mihawk is, or I've seen Mihawk fans argue that like he's right up there with Joy Boy and Ryuma and shit like that. It's kind of, I don't know. Mon Kitten says the King of Lightning Shanks glazing goes crazy. I do know there are some Shanks fans that go that far, but I really generally do not see, like, those are the far extreme end of the spectrum, but I generally have not personally seen a lot of Shanks fans arguing Shanks above Roger and Whitebeard and stuff like that, you know? All right, continuing on. Or at least I think it's much less common. Samuel Hart, thanks for the 2. Do you think Aokiji and Akainu fight again? Do I think Aokiji and Akainu fight again? I don't think there'd be any point. It wouldn't be an exciting duel, right? Because we already know the outcome. And the previous duel was 10 days. Behanor, thanks a lot. At least they're still Sword. Are they a faction? I'm not going to put Sword as a faction just because they're too undefined for me, but thank you. For the suggestion. Ignorant Weed, thanks for the 2. Big News Morgan as one of the big factions. The newspaper industry, I'm not, it's not. Let's talk military factions, how about? 8 Gates Productions, thanks for the 5. Have you seen Hidden Island's Mihawk theory? It's that Mihawk used to be a member of Shanks' crew. He's really good and has your level of analysis at his best. Dude, I love Hidden Island. I know Hidden Island. I've had Hidden Island on a stream here before, and I think I've streamed on his channel as well. And I loved his theory about like the music of Marie and everything. That's my favorite One Piece theory I've seen from another YouTuber ever. I don't watch all of his videos just because I don't really sit down and watch other One Piece YouTubers' videos ever, but I've not seen the Mihawk theory. Maybe I'll check it out. I just don't know about him being a former member of Shanks' crew because they used to duel and everything, but maybe he has some good reasoning. Philly, thanks for being a Pirate King tier member for 11 months. People give the Black Blade too much weight. We don't know enough about it yet. I'm sure it's obviously a great sign of strength, but we know nothing about how it's made. I mean, that's my perspective, but I think Mihawk fans jump the gun and say, okay, Black Blade basically means you're top 2 in the verse with Ryuma or something like that. Monte, thanks for the 2. Blackbeard might even look into Garp's memory to see rocks. Also, by the way, I think a Black Blade could easily be a retcon in the story, so I don't know if that's something that Oda was literally thinking of all the way back then. Blackbeard might even look into Garp's memory to see rocks. Yeah, I think the pudding situation and with Garp is a really, really good potentiality right there. I'm not going to add that into the stocks argument because I don't know how much that changes the stocks, but you know, it is a thing. All right, I think we're caught up here. Okay. All right. The theory isn't new, it's a bit old. Okay, I'll check it out at some point. Okay, so right now, I would argue, actually, that... if we were to zoom out a little bit, right? I think doing this makes sense, yeah. Because here we can put, like, a verdict, right? I would say, Blackbeard Pirates, you want to buy stock, all right? Because they're going to get higher and higher in the world, right? Buy, I think, makes sense. They're a clear buy. I think Marines are a clear sell. Like, I don't think the Marines are going to keep getting better or stronger in the final war. For the purposes of buying and selling, we are going with heading forward into the final war. Not literally end game, because at the end game, we know the Blackbeard Pirates are going to lose. But just going forward, right? Do we think the Blackbeard Pirate stock is going to continue to increase? Yes. So it's good to buy, get on the train now, because it's going to keep going up. Marines, sell. Red-haired pirates. Oh no, Celestial Dragons, right? I think you want to hold Celestial Dragon stocks. I don't think they're going to be getting much more than this. I think there's a hold. Hold, don't... No, I think... Because if they're not going to be getting much higher than this, then maybe you want to be selling now before it starts dipping. No, you want to hold, because you don't know. It could get a little bit stronger, it could get a little bit weaker, but it's unsure. What's the color for hold? Hold is, we just leave black? Yeah, I think we'll leave. Okay. Recent stocks trajectory. Recent stocks report, right? And then this is going to be... Yeah, I'm liking how this is coming together. Recent stocks report. And then this over here is going to be buy, sell, hold. Anuj Agrawal, great point for the stream. Thank you. Okay. Oh, wait, you guys can't see, right? Let me move myself. Let me move myself out of you guys' way. Okay. So I think this is where we're at the moment. The hell? Okay, there we go. Roll number 4 with a great question. Morj, why has the One Piece community started to hate the One Piece live action recently? I don't think the One Piece community hates the One Piece live action. I don't think that we hate the One Piece live action. I think it's literally just that it's Oda's breaks, right, that he's been taking more recently, and people are worried. We know that the most recent break was due to Oda's health. Because the most recent break was due to Oda's health, and I think people know that he's been traveling a bit more lately, right? Well, specifically for the One Piece live action set. I think people are concerned that the One Piece live action is putting a toll on Oda in a way that's very, is to the detriment of the manga, right? I don't think it affects the quality of the manga itself. I think it does affect the rate of release, which is upsetting to a lot of people. There's multiple ways to look at it. I love the One Piece live action. For me, I really care about that adaptation. Like, genuinely, I very much look forward to the next season of the One Piece live action. And for me, that's the way that I get to celebrate One Piece with friends, family, etc., who are not anime fans, and even if they are some anime fans, are not trying to get into the series that's as long as One Piece. Okay, and God knows that like trying to get them in through the actual anime is not doable because Toei sucks so much ass, especially post time skip, right? So for me, the One Piece live action is just important. I think it's important to spreading the name of One Piece through generally more of the Western world, or at least English speaking world, right? At least America. I can't speak enough for certain other countries, but I think it's important to that. And I think I just personally take great pleasure out of my friends and family being able to kind of know what I'm talking about and just having a vested interest in the series themselves. Like, my family genuinely looks forward to the next season of the One Piece live action, even though they'll never touch the manga or the anime. So that's important to me. So my personal feelings are basically I like the One Piece live action. And yeah, it builds the One Piece brand in a way that the manga and anime could never do on their own, right? It just does. It's popularized One Piece in at least America in a way that's just very, very new and different. And at the end of the day, like, we know that that was always one of Oda's major goals. Like, he talked, I think he did. I might be wrong, but I remember he did an interview with Kishimoto where he like regretted that, Naruto was able to break through into other cultures in a way that One Piece couldn't, or at least on a global scale that One Piece couldn't. And I know that's like, I think he's even talked about how like the live action is like One Piece's last chance to really break out of the Japan bubble. So I think if you're being objectively honest, right, then like, for the pure story of One Piece, right? The production of the story of One Piece, the manga, then I think that it would be best if there were no One Piece live action, right? If Oda could just focus on that. And if we're being objective, then that applies to a lot of things. Like, I've heard that Oda watches the anime episodes to like oversee certain things or whatever, not like to decide what's canon, not canon or whatever, because the anime is not canon, but like I've heard that he still watches those or has some input on certain aspects like voice actors and stuff like that. If you remove Oda from everything, like no involvement with anime, no involvement with like promotions, like all of the other outside One Piece business bullshit that he has to do, and just had him focus on the story, then that'd probably be the best, right, for the story, right? By that logic, you could fucking cut out Oda's family, and that would be the best for the story, right? At the end of the day, like, there's a different, like, if Oda could just focus on the manga and nothing else, it would be the best for the manga, right? But then you got to consider the two other factors. One, Oda's own personal satisfaction. He gains great personal satisfaction from One Piece reaching more people, and the One Piece live action is by far, not even close, the best vehicle to doing that. Second, right, the brand of One Piece as a whole, it just gets bigger with the live action. It brings in more people. Like, I think, like, if you were a One Piece fan like me back in the day, when I was in middle school, like 2008, 2009, 2010, like middle school through early high school, like middle school, high school, even like college, etc., like One Piece wasn't a known thing. Like, anime was a known thing, and it was considered kind of weird, but people at least knew about like a Naruto. People obviously knew Dragon Ball, right? Anime was just this known thing that was kind of weird, but then like my main interest was One Piece, and One Piece was just like, it wasn't even like people did not know that name existed. I've had the pleasure of seeing the One Piece community and the One Piece fandom grow and grow and grow, even over the course of the time that I've been doing YouTube. And it feels really good. Like, even before the live action came out, anime was getting more popular. It felt good to, like, just in general be able to communicate with people who, like, happen to actually, one, know anime, and two, at least have heard the name of One Piece. I enjoyed that. I think I enjoyed, like, and with that, you see lots of new people, like, lots of new content creators coming out in the One Piece sphere. Lots of new fans. Like, I imagine a lot of you guys are people who got into One Piece in the last 2-3 years or something, and that's a result of anime and One Piece's household name aspect getting bigger, right? And the One Piece live action is just all of that on steroids. Like, One Piece live action can really blow up like, if this continues to be popular for another couple seasons, it has real cultural phenomenon potential, right? The manga will never get that on its own. It just can't. It's a medium that is very, very niche that you kind of already have to be a manga fan to get into, right? The live action is something special that can really turn One Piece into something that everybody knows. And I think that there just is, like, it's kind of missing the forest for the trees to kind of be like, well, I have to wait a week longer or 2 weeks longer for more manga to come out or whatever, because the One Piece live action is being worked on. And it's just like I can say that sincerely from the bottom of my heart, because like I'm a One Piece content creator. When Oda takes these breaks, like multi-chapter breaks or whatever, that, like, you know, that directly affects me and the channel, because like there's less One Piece content to talk about. There's not as much One Piece hype going on, right? So I feel the ramifications of that in my actual life. But for me, at the end of the day, like, I'm okay, like, I'll deal with that, obviously. I would rather that Oda is able to work on the things that he's passionate on. And two, I'd rather the idea, like, I care about the live action. I would rather the live action succeed. And if he has to take longer breaks to make that work and help grow One Piece in a way that, like, it reaches more people, I'm happy for that overall. So that's my feelings on it. Obviously, if we ever got to a point where it's like Oda literally has worked himself, like, spread himself too thin, and he can't actually properly write or draw the manga anymore, then we've probably gone too far. But I believe at the moment he's just doing it in a way that, you know, works for him. Okay, so continuing on. All right, let's get the stream likes up to 150. I think our goal is very doable. Dryga Humla, thanks a lot. Hi, Morj. Maybe not first, but every contemporary with Roger, Cruz, Ravel, etc. see similarities in Luffy except Buggy. Oh, that's a good point. Foreshadow for Buggy in the end to realize this and ally with Luffy. Also, Wano video when? Sincerely, I'm trying to get Wano video out the first break of December. Sincerely, that's the goal. You know that's sincere because I want to give myself a bit of a break in December too. So if I put out the Wano video, I'm going to take the next week off. I want to take a bit of a holiday break. So that's the goal. Foreshadow for Buggy in the end to realize this an ally with Luffy. I think Buggy's just not supposed to be perceptive like like he's always supposed to be a bit of the odd man out in Roger's crew. That he's not that exceptional. You know, he's just Buggy. He doesn't have what Shanks had that made him special, etc. But Buggy has slowly begun to work his way up in the world just through his own accidental charisma. That doesn't mean that Buggy's like this very perceptive or wise character. I don't think he's ever been portrayed as that. But I do think that he will ally with Luffy in the end. I mean, he already did in Impel Down, you know? Tlungu 96, thanks for the 20. Holy shit. The special bonus chapters post Wano stated that Supreme Grade blades channel the full power of their wielders and don't break. Then stated that Yoro was the strongest blade of the 12. Could be why Mihawk fans rank him that high. But that just means that Mihawk has the strong, like... Mihawk turned his Supreme Grade blade into, he's the only one that's turned one black, right? So that's why it's a level above as well. But I don't think that means that, how do I say this? Just because you have the blade that has the highest capacity for taking in haki doesn't mean that you yourself have the highest haki, right? We still need to understand what made the blade black, right? So I don't know exactly what the key to that is, but we will find out by the end of the story. If, like, making a blade black is the highest mark of haki or whatever, that would be pretty crazy, just because that would kind of mean that essentially would mean that Zoro is supposed to be Luffy's equal in haki in a sense, because like Zoro's final level of haki would be above Mihawk's, which would therefore be above Roger's, and like that would probably put him with like endgame, like already Joy Boy's haki is being compared to Shanks's. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if Zoro's haki is supposed to be equal to Luffy's haki. I just don't think I've ever got that sense. Even with Conqueror's haki, like, Zoro's picked up advanced Conqueror's haki as well, but he's not at a sky-splitting level like Luffy is. I think he'll get there soon, but not quite yet, you know? Marco Saint, thanks for being a Yonko tier member for 17 months. Yeah, let's make sure Oda is completely miserable and One Piece will be better. I mean, this is what makes Oda happy, right? So whatever makes him happy is what's important. Also, let's get the stream likes up to 150 real quick. Eight Gates Productions, thanks for the 2. Message deleted by New X7. What was the message? I'm curious. Curious what the message was. I do think, like, for me, from a business perspective, like, Oda does have the money. He could easily hire assistants, and I just don't think... I've talked about this in the last couple streams, but, like, the artwork is something that is so easily outsourced, and Oda could still come back and draw the panels he really wants to draw, and his life would be so much easier. But from my understanding, again, from mangaka, from manga artists, the artwork is their favorite part of it. That's where the love of the game really comes in. GDN, thanks for the 5. This video has bad financial advice. You want to buy stocks low and sell stocks high, not the reverse. Your viewers are going to be broke. That is very true, but that's like you're trying to ride a high as well, right? For the Blackbeard parts, no, this is perfectly correct stock advice, right? Because this is applying One Piece narrative logic, okay? So the Blackbeard Pirates stocks are on the rise. When they're on the rise, right, they're not about to plummet or anything like that. You want to buy them when they're on the train rising. Marines, the stocks are in the gutter and they're going to continue to drop. You want to be selling those stocks because my argument is that they're not going to be raising in value. If we want to pretend like we know exactly what the end narrative of One Piece is, it's like, okay, we know that like in 10 years the Marines will be reformed and the stocks will be high again. But that's not, like, we're not, I think I clarified earlier on that this is like a stock report for the near future in One Piece, right? So Marines, they're going to keep getting worse, right? We could be looking at a Kizaru defection somewhat soon. We could be looking at fucking Green Bull being eliminated by Cross Guild or something soon. We could look at a Fujitora defection soon, right? The Marine stock is continuing to plummet, right? So the stock value is continuing to get lower and lower. You want to sell. Celestial Dragons, I think this is an accurate description. We don't know exactly if the Celestial Dragon stocks are going to go up or down just yet, right? So you don't necessarily want to buy because the Celestial Dragon stock might be exactly it might already be the highest that it's going to be, right? So if you buy right now more stock, it could actually just plummet in value in the next, arc or so. It could go up. We don't know. So right now, this is pretty much accurate. We don't know. It's at a good place. You want to hold. If you see it starting to dip, then you want to sell. If you see it, if we get some indication that it's going to keep going up, then maybe you want to buy some more. But all of this is accurate. This is how stocks work. Bragade says, Marine stocks are up right now though, Morj. The SP has changed things. Garp just dominating the anime. I don't know. Yeah, but Brago, that's the point. Like, Brago's captive. Like, you got to read the description. The Marines lost Garp. This is not about Marine strength. It's just like, what's the state of the... Like, I'm not arguing admirals versus whoever, right? It's literally just, what's the current state of affairs for them? Is it looking like things are getting worse for them? They don't have Garp. They just got Garp captured. Sengoku's retired. Kizaru, he's not his best self anymore, right? He's not his best self. Kizaru might be looking at the door. He might not be as committed to the Marines' cause. He might be set for an Aokiji type character arc, right? Fujitora doesn't even like the Marines, right? Is Fujitora a guy that you're really going to count on if push comes to shove? When it comes like if the Marines are fighting the Straw-Eyed Pirates, are you really going to count on Fujitora? He's a guy that's like a little bit on the fence as well. Green Bull is the only loyal admiral, and a Garp, like, he's not a Garp, he's not like a Kizaru or whatever. I think he's ass. And random civilians are killing the Marines for bounties left and right, right? This is not admirals versus Yonko talk. This is purely a discussion of, like, how is each faction doing right now, and what's their near trajectory. Marines, the trajectory doesn't look so sharp for them, right? Blackbeard Pirates, trajectory looks good. They just picked up Garp, so they've got a big bargaining chip. They just found out the location of 2 ancient weapons. They stole Saturn's identity. Everything's looking good for them to keep improving, right? So you want to buy some Blackbeard Pirate stock. Marine stock, it seems like it's going to keep going down in value. You want to sell. I would say red-haired pirates, I'm going to say, is like, it's neutral, right? I don't think much has changed for them either way. As far as I can tell, nothing's changed much for them either way. Nothing changed much for them either way. Essentially neutral, right? I don't know what color to put neutral in, but we keep it here. I'd say you hold. You hold, you wait and see. Red Hair Pirate stock is a wait and see. I think Kid is a situation where it's like stocks are down, way down, literally rock bottom, right? Had his whole crew destroyed, currently at bottom of the ocean. However, I think that Kid, in terms of the buy, sell, or hold logic, I think Kid actually, I don't know if he's a buy. Actually, he might be a good buy. I think it's a good buy. It's a good buy. I was going to say he's either a hold or a buy. Let's say risky. No, let's say I'm going to go ahead and say buy, right? Because the stocks are basically worth 0 right now, right? So this is a plus 0, right? Plus 0%. Kid stocks went down 300%. All right, 3,000%. So I think this is a good buy because it's basically a penny. Like, you're getting stocks for nothing, right? You could buy for like $1, and then it's massive upside because if Kid does have a story arc from here, it's only up, right? So the value can go way, 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 way higher. So the Kid stock is actually perfect. Kid stock is actually perfect. Yeah, Braga's saying buy Kid stock. Yeah, definitely agree. Braga says plus Akainu gets a big W before an ultimate L. Braga's saying no, the perception of them by the viewer, right? It's tricky because we're trying not to just like go with what it's going to be like at the end of the story. Because like end of the story, we know Blackbeard Pirates, it's a losing stock, right? We know like Celestial Dragons, it's a losing stock. Strahd Pirates, it's like a winning stock, right? We're trying to say like in the next month or so, like what does it look like? Like in the near future as the war progresses, what's it kind of feeling like, right? So Blackbeard Pirates, they're going to keep going up for a bit before they go down. So you want to keep buying right now. I could see the argument that the Marines are set to have a major win for Akainu only. I don't know if I would argue that like Kizaru is supposed to get a major win soon or Green Bull is supposed to get a major win. Because you could argue if Akainu is supposed to get a major win soon, you could just as easily argue that like maybe Green Bull is supposed to lose to like a cross guild like Mihawk or something soon, right? So I don't know. I still think that just like they're getting picked off by civilians. They're getting like just based on the current trajectory, right? Because we're trying not to theory craft so much. We're just saying what things like Blackbeard Pirates, they're on an upswing. They've objectively gotten a bargaining chip. They've objectively found out the location 2 weapons. They've objectively stored Saturn's identity. This is a bit speculative, making a deal with Celestial Dragons, but we know that they're about to do something regarding the blockade, right? So everything is narratively what's happened so far is good. With the Marines, you could argue that like it would be cool if Akainu gets a good win or fight or something, but nothing is like actually narratively set up that suggests that's going to happen. Everything that's happened to the Marines lately has not been good so far, and there's nothing positive in the works for them. The problems that they have so far are problems that are still kind of like probably going to exacerbate. They seem like they're in the trajectory of being exacerbated as they go, right? Like, because they still have the cross guild bounties and civilians killing them. Like every situation that all these characters are in so far in the Marines, it's been kind of rough for them, I think, trajectory-wise. You could make the argument that Kobe and stuff escaping is still good, but like it's a net negative with... GDN says, what about the Kobe value play, though? Okay, maybe I'm too harsh on the Marines, because like we do have Kobe coming back, but at the same time, like most would agree that what happened with like losing Garp was a bigger loss than gaining Kobe. Like narratively, from our story perspective, we know that Kobe will eventually be more valuable than Garp. But like from the Marines' perspective, it is much worse to lose Garp than to gain Kobe, right? Because I mean, even the Blackbeard Pirates know that like getting the Marine hero of old Garp, like that's a legend compared to Kobe. Hazard and Gibson, thanks for the 2. Oda gotta go monthly. It's working for Araki. Yeah, but I don't know if Oda can... Like, the problem is that Araki doesn't have a real pace that he needs to get his story out at, because like JoJo's, it's like part by part. Oda's got a massive story that he needs to close out. He just has to. So you can see in each individual chapter, he's trying to pump in as much content as possible, right? I don't know if Oda would be satisfied with the pace of monthly, as far as I can tell. Knut Morgan, thanks for the 2. NL stocks are to the moon. Bye. NL stocks, that's objectively true. JWP, thanks for the 10. Yo, Morj, man, I just got a promotion. Things are looking up. Congrats, JWP. Congrats on your promotion, man. That is phenomenal news. Like, seriously. Everybody else in chat should be happy for JWP because JWP has come through and gifted many of you all memberships in the past, so everyone should feel happy for you, man. I'm investing in Cross Guild. Ode has a plan for Buggy. Croc likely got a buff, 1.9 bill. Mihawk is one of the only top tiers who hasn't shown out yet. Cross Guild is tricky, because if I recall recently, Cross Guild was lacking money, right? So if we're talking about Cross Guild, from what I recall, they're lacking money. Last we saw, they're lacking money. Isn't that right? They have a funds problem? Am I wrong? Evo stock, no stocks are overpriced. Yeah. Yeah, Braga, we're calling Seraphim Celestial Dragons because they're in the hands of Celestial Dragons right now. Braga says, Seraphim or Marine stock, right? I don't know more I'm buying for now. It might be a smart buy, man. It might be a smart buy. We'll see. We'll see. I'm just for, like, if I'm going with my guesses, it would be. I'm just saying what it's like, the things that have happened to them so far, and kind of like what that sets them up for. But I don't know, like maybe I'm trying not to get too like, because I know what I think will happen for the red-haired pirates. So I would personally buy more stock for them. But I'm just saying, like, in the story yet, there hasn't been anything that, like, I'm trying to separate my theories as to what will happen from them, as to, like, what has happened for them in the story so far, and I don't think there's anything that's happened for them in the story so far that suggests you should be buying or selling, unless you want to go with that. So I'm separating a little bit. I could totally believe that, like, Akainu gets, like, a big win or something soon. So it could be a smart stock to buy right now while it's kind of low, but at the moment, everything has kind of been a little bit rough for the Marines. Cross Guild is difficult. Yeah, was Cross Guild having financial trouble? Can anyone talk? AKH Productions, Morj never read my super chat. It got deleted by New X7, unfortunately, if you go back and look. Yeah, what's the Cross Guild situation? I think Cross Guild is having money problems. I guess I gotta look at that again. Let's take a look. Cross Guild is having money problems, correct? 1082? I think it's 1082. Okay, here's the update on Cross Guild, right? Here's the Cross Guild stock report. Public opinion on Cross Guild has been very positive. The public opinion has been positive. Okay. Okay, so maybe they're not having a money problem. No plan, no preparation, partying is a business. Red hair, Blackbeard, Straw Hat, you want us to fight all of them at once. I like that Mihawk's concerned with the battle aspect. Crocodile's concerned with the operations aspect. They make a great team. Here we go. Okay, lacking money is incorrect. In fact, public opinion is positive, and they have a lot of motivation. Stocks tentatively looking up, right? I think it's overall positive. Not crazy positive because they haven't made huge strides. Like they haven't gotten like ancient weapons and stuff, or like stolen Saturn's identity or whatever. But like plus 20% or something. This is a good point to buy because like the stocks are not yet crazy expensive, so you want to buy. I think this is a good buy. It's not crazy expensive, but it's a good shot that it continues going up, because they just got a whole infusion of positivity and motivation. All right, Drago, thanks for the 2. Revolutionary stocks down due to inactivity, but you buy right now. I think it's a good buy. I mean, like, you could, if I'm being honest, like, Sabo's done a lot for the Revolutionary Army, right? Sabo's done a lot for the Revolutionary Army. They got a whole bunch of new recruits. So I actually think the Revolutionary stocks are up because they have been getting some progress in the background, right? Like they said, got a whole whole bunch of new countries to rebel, thanks to Sabo. They succeeded in their 3 goals. Currently have CDs blockaded, right? But okay. They currently have the Celestial Dragons blockaded. So I'm going to say that their stocks are up. But here's the thing. You want to sell right now. Okay? You want to sell right now because stocks are up, I don't know, 100%. Numbers don't matter. 200%, 20%. Okay, I'm being too... Here we go. 50%. There we go. You want to sell because the thing that's been set up is there's going to be some pushback for the... for them. They're about to hit a road bump. Because it seems like the... if we check, right? The latest chapter set up the Blackbeard pirates to be about to fuck with their situation, right? So they're in a good spot. Their stocks have gone up high. They're very valuable right now. No matter what, it seems like this next situation that's about to take place, right? This situation that's brewing right here. So this is all good shit for the revolutionaries, right? Well, stop enjoying the show, get to prepping, right? Like, they're checking out what's going on with the blockade. Something is going to happen right now to the blockade. Something is going to happen right now to the revolutionaries' plans. So, while their stocks are up, in my opinion, I think they're about to take a dip. So you want to sell them right now while they're valuable, let it take a dip, and then we wait out a little bit. We see if they're going to come back with their own, it actually might be a hold. Because you could wait out. It depends on how risky you want to play it. Like, if you want to play with really sharp margins, then you could predict that the stocks are about to dip. So sell right now, right? Let the stocks dip it again. Let the stocks dip, then buy some more stocks while it's low, because it's very possible the revolutionaries situation turns back up, right? Because it's unlikely that this situation that's happening right here is really going to tank them that bad. It's just going to tank them temporarily, most likely, right? So you could just hold and be like, okay, something's going to happen that lowers their stock a bit, but it's probably not going to be that bad, and then their stocks might rise again. So it could be a hold, but just for fun, I'm going to call it a sell. Right? Just because of the blockade situation. Let me catch up on some stuff here. We're getting close to the goal, by the way. I will shave my mustache if we hit 300 likes, so get those likes in. JWP, thanks for the gifted membership. Thanks for the other gifted membership. Thank you very much Thanks very much for the support as always, man, and congratulations again on your support as usual. And congratulations again on your promotion and for the support as usual. Thanks a lot, man. Really, really appreciate it. Yeah. Dimian Wright, thanks for being a Pirate King tier member for 15 months, man. Green Bull brought in Weevil, and Akainu has control of the Seraphim. He ordered them released in Chapter 1086. I think they should count for both Marines and Celestials. Green Bull did bring in Weevil, so that's good. Akainu has control of the Seraphim. He ordered them released in Chapter 1086. I could see that going both ways. The thing is that the Seraphim, they report directly to the Gorosei, right? So it's a little tricky. But you are right that I guess the Marines were the ones who ordered them around before. Because then by that logic, you could argue the Pacifistas as well go to the Marines. I'm just going to differentiate it for the moment. I'm focusing mainly on the Marines, core force. Because otherwise it gets too complicated, because, like, otherwise you get too far into it, and it's like, well then, by that logic, almost any Celestial Dragon increase, like, counts as a increase in the Marines' power, and then it gets kind of boring. You know what I mean? Like, it's tied together too much. I'm trying to separate it a little bit. trying to separate it a little bit. Like, I think I put it this way. If Akainu and the Marines were to defect, like if Akainu were to attempt to do a coup and like just take the Marines in his own direction, like tomorrow, right? What would they still have? They would have all of their soldiers and everything like that, but they would not have the Seraphim, Pacifistas, etc., right? Like if a military coup was enacted, the Seraphim, Pacifistas, etc., they all report directly to the Gorosei above all else. That's kind of how I'm viewing it, right? Because otherwise it's too in the weeds. It's too... You might as well just call it the world government as an overall thing, basically, you know? And then any gain for the Celestial Dragons is a gain for the Marines, and vice versa. Justin Holland, thanks for the 5. Strats are clear for obvious reasons, right? Could the 1000 Sunny get equivalent of General Frankie only in massive ship form? How come so many people are asking about the 1000 Sunny? Watch for next week's video, because it's specifically about that. So Justin Holland, watch next Tuesday's video. It's specifically about that, actually. I think next week's theory is a very interesting one. Strats are clear by. Yes, I definitely agree. Oh, New X7, you accidentally deleted a super. Oh, shit. Morj okay, this is from 8 Gates Productions, because I remember I saw his super deleted for some reason. One Piece is huge among Gen Z. Everyone knows about it. Yeah, like, I've heard about that. I've heard One Piece is really, really big among Gen Z. Really, really big among Gen Z. I think One Piece is more popular and watched and known among Gen Z of today than Naruto was during my generation, at least as far as I can tell. Also, before we get any further, I want to shout out what you all have been looking at in the background, which is, of course, the Elbaf poster. You all can have it for your walls today, if you so like. I will link it to you all, and along with it, you can get... Let me show you all. Oh, whoops. Here. You can get Skypiea, Elbaf, Zoe. Each one of them beautiful works of art. I personally love Skypiea the most. Elbaf obviously relevant for today's reasons. If you would like to see Elbaf in day version, we have Elbaf in day version right here. Skypiea I think is the best piece of art among them. It might be a personal preference thing, but Elbaf is fucking beautiful. You can get day and night version. You can get Zoe as well, and Zoe is a fucking psychedelic acid trip type looking poster. All of these are beautiful works of art that if you stick them on your walls, people can come through and they would never know that it's One Piece. Could be a good way to introduce One Piece to them, like if you think that's sick. And if you want to get 3 posters together, you will get a 4th thrown in, which is Chandra. You unlock basically Chandra, and then you get 50% off the entire 4 posters. So something for you all to consider. Definitely check that out. I'll be pasting this in the comments here. Here, I'm pinning it. Here, let me paste this here. And then... Here, I'll paste it with the pin comment. There we go. So you'll also get the posters if you so choose. Everyone make sure to check that out. Continuing on. Okay, Strat Stocks I think is an easy, what do you call? Have we talked about the Kendrick album yet? I have not listened to the Kendrick album. I know nothing about the Kendrick album. I know people... I saw some negativity towards it, but I don't know. Thanks for check. Thanks for being a Pirate King to your member for 25 months. Do you guys want to fill me in? Should I be listening to the Kendrick album? I'm not a big hip-hop guy, but I'll try. I really liked... I enjoyed the whole... I listened to all of Pimp a Butterfly after the whole Kendrick, Drake, you know... the whole Kendrick-Drake beef. And I thought that was phenomenal. So, you know, I'm open to new things. All right. Strat Stocks, easy big bump. They got... They got Vegapunk on board. They got Vegapunk on board. They're befriending giants, right? These are all good things that are happening for them at the moment, right? They got Vegapunk on board. They're befriending giants. Yeah, that's good shit. Nothing. It's not actually a crazy bump in their current situation. Not much changed about their current situation post Egghead, as far as I know. But yeah, getting Vegapunk is pretty good. They're befriending giants. Yeah, I'd say that's a solid. It's a solid 40% bump. That's good. Good shit. I mean, Vegapunk's pretty valuable, but I don't know if Vegapunk's going to be, like, doing their bidding or anything like that, you know? Oh, people saying it's his best since To Pimp a Butterfly, and I might agree. Oh, shit. Okay. Then I got to check it out. Also, let's get the Streamlabs to 200, because we're 2/3 of the way to our goal. Okay. Straw Hat Stocks, I think, is an easy buy. It doesn't look like there's anything bad that's about to happen to them. Yeah, it just looks like they're in a good situation. They're thriving. They're flourishing. They're in a good spot. Doesn't seem like anything bad is lurking for them around the corner, as far as I can tell. Just seems like it's continuing. All right. Then finally we got... No, not finally. We got Law. I think Law... So stocks are obviously down, right? Stocks hard down. Similar to the kid situation, right? Lost his whole crew, and ship, and poneglyphs, and running away with Beppo at the moment. So his stocks are down, but it's similar to Kid, right? Similar to Kid in that this is a hard buy, right? It's a hard buy because the stocks are worth nothing at the moment. And so, you know, I think Law turning it around whatsoever is really good for him, right? You lose nothing. It's a hard buy, right? Same logic as Kid. You want to buy because it's rock bottom. Rock bottom stocks, anything that happens from here, you're going to get extreme value out of it. Extreme value. And then finally we got Mads. So Mads, I don't fucking know. They've got a good situation, right? They just got established. So who even knows? I would say you want to buy, right? It's a tentative buy. They just got together. I think it's a buy. I think it's a buy. They just got together. If we were to evaluate here, I would say Straw Hats are a definite buy. Definite buy. I think Blackbeard parts are a definite buy. I would likely sell marine stocks. I'd say likely sell. Hold. I think hold. I'd say it's a definite hold. I'd say... am I blocking the screen a little bit? Sorry, guys. Cross-scaled, I would say... I'd say tentative buy. Tentative sell. I'd say revolutionaries are a tentative sell. Because you don't know. Because they might just ride out whatever happens with the Blackbeard situation. Celestial Dragons are a definite hold. Definite... no. Risky buy. Nah, it's not a risky buy. It's not a risky buy. I think it's... you just call it like a low risk, high reward buy. Right? And then Kid, same thing. Low risk, high reward buy. And Mads, I think this is a... Buy because can only go up, right? Same thing. Yeah, I think these all fall in the category. Buy because can only go up. Buy because can only go up. There we go. Yeah, I think that all makes sense. So if I'm in the One Piece world, right, and I'm a betting man, I've not listened to Mr. Morale. Morale? I don't even know how to pronounce it. I think that right now, this is what I would be doing. If I'm in the One Piece world, I'm buying more Straw Hat stock for the moment. I'm definitely buying, I think the Blackbeard parts would be I would buy a whole bunch of Blackbeard part stock right now. This would probably be my biggest buy. I think I would sell a little bit of Marine stocks. I think I would actually probably just hold Revolutionary stocks because I figure it'll go down, but I think it'll go back up. I think I would low-key, for me personally, I would buy more red-haired pirate stocks just because I believe that the Shanks and the red-haired pirates are about to do some cool shit. But there's nothing in the story that establishes that either way. So objectively, I think it's a hold, but like me personally, I would probably buy some more. Cross Guild, I would buy some. And then I'd buy a whole bunch of kid stock, a whole bunch of law stock. I'd leave Mads alone because I don't know. Celestial Dragons, I would probably just hold on to it. I'd hold on to it. That's what I would do. So that's what my portfolio would look like. Selling Zoro stocks. Galdino stocks through the roof since Egghead. Have we forgot anybody? Stormy says, never a bad time to buy Straw Hat stocks, except the start of Saboti. Yeah, I think lots of times towards the beginning of arcs might be a good time to sell. No, that's actually never the case, right? It's really just Saboti was a time to sell. I would have lost all my stocks during the raid on Onigashima. I would have lost so much money. I would have lost so much money during the raid on Onigashima because I would have sold all my Straw Hat stocks and then they would have just won. So that was a good call. All right, NL Uruj Giants King. I don't think getting into individual characters like that. I mean, we could throw in Boa, Weevil. Nah. We're gonna leave it. Because I think then we're getting into too nitty gritty of characters, basically. All right, guys. Here's the deal. We're gonna amend it. If we get to 250 likes in the next, I'm gonna stream for 15 more minutes. If we get 250 likes within that time span, I will do the mustache shaving here. Otherwise, we will save it for another point in time. Actually, I might just do it off screen after this. So we get to 250. That's the goal. If we don't get to 250, we're just calling the stream. Katakuri Pirates? It might not be the Katakuri Pirates. It could be the whole cake. It could be the Big Mom Pirates, you know? Might not be the Katakuri Pirates necessarily. Oh, man. Next stream, by the way, will be One Piece Chapter 1032 predictions. Or 1030. Whatever the next chapter is, 1032 predictions. The amount of Zoro rug pulls would be criminal. R.I.P. Shave. I'll show it to you guys. It ain't gonna happen. I'll show it to you guys. I have my Manscaped razor right here, ready to go. I've got it right here, ready to go. Still got battery. How long do we have? Till 5:30 EST. So we got a good shot. Retro Records, thanks for being a Yonko to your member for 26 months, man. Hey Morj, are you going to be doing more collabs like the one you did with Jay a couple weeks ago? That was really good content. Also, keep the beard. Now, I'm tired of the beard. At the end of the day, usually I get tired of the beard myself, even if people say keep the beard. Because it's itchy. It's a lot. I just don't like having it. And I feel homeless when I have it. Collabs, I might do more collabs. I don't know. It's always like... I always have fun. Not always, but usually I have fun. Because, I put off doing collabs for a while, but, I did it with Jay, and that was a good time. Then I did a collab with Civ, and it's actually on Civ's channel, and that was a good time, too. So, usually I enjoy doing the collabs, but, then what happens, I've noticed, is that if I do a couple collabs, what happens is that then lots of people start reaching out over and over for collabs. Not, the same people. I'm saying, people notice like, oh, this person did a collab, so then like it just turns into this never-ending chain of people requesting a collab or whatever. And I don't know, like I don't like, then that turns into like, I remember the last time I got into this rhythm of doing a lot of collaborations with people, and then the schedule just got like, my life schedule just got pretty packed, right? So I have only so much time in general. I don't ever want, like, put it this way, I almost never wanted a one-piece collaboration to cut into free time that I have for like life, or, you know, spending time with my girlfriend or friends, or, you know, stuff like that. I want to maintain like a good work-life balance, right? So usually the two ways it goes is either a collab is scheduled during my normal work hours or during a time I would normally stream, and then that can get packed pretty quickly because then, you know, you're taking time out of working for doing that. Or it turns into like, oh, can you do this day for collab? No. Can you do that day for collab? No. And then it ends up being like, all right, maybe we do like Friday night or something, like Friday evening or like Thursday evening. And it's like, okay, I'll do it this once. But then, you know, then somebody else is asking, and then you go through the same process, and then it's like you're doing a collab on like, you know, a day or evening that you could be doing something else. Again, it's fun once in a while, especially like, I know Jay's a friend, so I was actually really happy to catch up with him. And we had a great conversation off stream as well that went like for a good time. So it was good to just catch up. Civ was a really good person to talk to and get to know as well. I usually really enjoy doing the collabs when I do them, but it's just when they stack up a lot and then they begin to cut into, either they're cutting into natural workday flow, or they're cutting into like my actual real life stuff, you know, like real life enjoyment time. Then that's when it gets, you know, that's when it gets to be like, okay, I've opened up Pandora's box once you start doing too many collabs, you know? And you might be saying, well, Morj, why don't you just have the collabs on your channel, and then it helps your channel in the same way that it's getting collabed? And that's true. But then often if you have people come on your channel, then like the polite thing to do is to go stream with them on their channel at some point. And it's just either you open the box or you shut it. That's basically it. That's basically it. I think 250 is a hard call because that's basically the same number of viewers that we currently have. So I'll do a deal. If we get to 230, we can do 230. JWP, thanks for the 5. If you had to choose 3 groups of characters to check in on as soon as possible, who would they be? No Yonko. Example, Kid Pirates, Boa, Big Mom Pirates, etc. Oh, that's a great question. I think that Kid would be number 1. I think Kid would be number 1. I'm curious what happened. No, Cross Guild would be number 1. Oh, he said no Yonko. Revolutionaries should be high on the list, but I find that they're not doing anything. We kind of did just check in on them, and Dragon just said some shit. So I think Kid would be actually number 1. I think Big Mom Pirates would be number 2. Kid would be number 1. Big Mom Pirates would be number 2. Because Big Mom Pirates, their situation's got to be interesting with Pudding having just been captured. I would not be surprised if Katakuri makes like a push to go save Pudding, right? No Yonko, Kid 1, Big Mom Pirates 2. Law is obviously interesting, but like I feel like Law we will just naturally, like, we see that he's going somewhere, right? So I'm more interested in the groups that seem like they've been fucking like culled in a way. I could cheat and say Weevil, because I feel like if we get to see Weevil, then we will get to see like Cross Guild show up and help him out. I would say what's a group that's not cheating? I guess from this batch, I would probably say, yeah, Kid, Big Mom Pirates, and I guess Weevil. I kind of do want to know the situation that's going on with him there. We know that Marco will show up whenever that happens. What about King? I'm not that interested in King. All right, we hit 230. All right, everybody, I can do a little bit of a shave stream. Hold on a second. I should get a bowl. I should get a little bowl so that so that you guys can, you know, see what's going on. All right, hold on. Or not see what's going on, sorry. So that I can actually, like, I'm not just shaving and hair is going everywhere. Give me a second. Hold on. Nah, I was going to pull up the Jimmy Neutron clip, but I feel like you guys don't need to be seeing that right now. All right, I'll be right back. I got this. What all do I need for this exactly? I think I'm good. All right. All right. First of all, before we get into this, before we conclude the stream with this, right? I want to show you all Manscaped's razor, right? If you're interested in buying Manscaped products, we have a Black Friday sale going on. You can use my code. I believe it's code Morj50. It's code Morj something. Let's see. What is the code? What's the code? Hold on. Let me make sure I got the code for y'all. Before we get crazy in here. All right. Correct code. Let's see. The mustache is going. We're ending the homeless era. The homeless era is ending today. All right. Yeah. Okay. So right now we're doing the Chairman Pro. Yeah, you can get 20% off any Manscaped order. Plus, you get free international shipping. You get 20% off any Manscaped order, plus free international shipping. Plus, you get the Black Friday sale. So you'd get 25% off the entire website, plus free shipping. Plus, if you use my code, you get another 20% off. So if you're trying to figure out something to buy for your dad, whoever, on Christmas, strongly recommend Manscaped. All right? These make shaving way easier for me because usually once I grow out a lot of hair, shaving takes a lot of time. This makes it easy as fuck. All right? So, Manscaped promotion in live action. You guys ready? Sure, the code is something. Great sell Morj. I forget. You know how many things I have to remember the code for? They're all some variation of code something Morj. You know. Let me just double check to make sure I got the code correct. Yeah, just use promo code Morj. It's literally just promo code Morj. It's the easiest code in the world. Easiest code in the world. But yeah, just go to manscaped.com to get in on the Black Friday sale. You can get 25% off. Plus, if you use my code, that's another 20% off. You're going to get free shipping. You get even free international shipping if you use my code. So go do that right now. You get great deals for your family. You get great deals for your dad, friend, partner, whoever the fuck. Get Manscaped. All right? All right. Thanks, everybody. The homeless arc ends right now. I got to kind of use the camera as a mirror here. So I hope this works out okay. I'm just shaving the mustache, but the homeless arc ends right now. Oh, shit. I can't see too well. All right. There we go. The rest of the beard, rest of the mustache, etc., I'm going to do in the actual bathroom where I can see a little bit clearly because I cannot see that well with the camera. But it begins here. We're returning back to clean-shaven Morj, and we're going to get a slightly different haircut shortly. So, homeless arc ends right here. Get the Chairman Pro. Go to manscaped.com. Also, make sure that you get your Elbaf posters. The link is in the top above. Make sure to get your Elbaf posters. As a reminder, this is what they look like. You can get Skypea, you can get Elbaf, you can get Zoe. All top-tier pieces of art. You can get Elbaf in day or night. So if you're trying to think of something to get for somebody you know for Christmas, if you want to buy yourself some cool holiday gifts, then you can get these. And if you want to get all 3 posters, then you can get that as a bundle. You'll get Chandra thrown in, and you'll get 50% off all 4 posters in that case if you get the bundle. So, head on over to the site, grab yourself a poster, and next Monday we will be doing the chapter 1033, 32, whatever the next chapter is, prediction stream. So make sure you get in your submissions for that so you can join in on the competition. All right, everybody. We're going to call it a day there. Thank you all for tuning in. Glad we're able to figure out who's up, who's down, who to buy, who to sell, who to hold for in the One Piece world today. And yeah, I'll talk to you all later.